far stretch from what was written in Greek.
The term homosexuality itself was coined in the 19th century, so many, many centuries after the time Paul wrote.
Homosexuality as a term does not occur in the Greek language, and it doesn't occur in the Hebrew language.
We really ought to not use terms relating to Scripture or in Scripture translation that have no equivalent in the original language in which they were written.
I've approved of women speaking in churches. I don't have a problem with that.
He values singleness.
Paul actually told people, don't get married, don't have sex with anybody.
He said it's better to be married than to burn in hell.
That's not a good rationale for marriage.
Paul himself would prefer that everyone would be as he is, namely celibate.
Of this much I'm certain. Paul was not talking about a relationship of integrity, of mutual giving, of sacrifice for the other, and of commitment between two persons of the same sex.
By the power vested in
That he would have had something to say about it.
He's always on the side of the marginalized, whether it's the woman or the leper. He was not a moralist.
He ate and drank with tax collectors and sinners, that is, the outcasts.
Jesus was concerned about the everyday lives of people and about justice.
He himself was probably not married. So when we start talking about Jesus' sexual ethics, why suddenly does it become a Leave It to Beaver model of mommy and daddy and me?
What's the story of the woman taken in adultery about, if it's not about reaching out and accepting people?
He also goes on to say, whatever you think the rules are about behavior, know this, that what's really the issue with human beings is what goes on in their hearts.
If you went up to Jesus and said, what do you think about homosexuality? Jesus' response would have been, what do you think about love of God, love of neighbor, and care for the poor? You're asking the wrong question because you're focused on the wrong issue.
And I'm absolutely convinced the way in which Jesus embraced the gift of love in the community around him, that he would have been, and probably is, one of the strongest proponents for same-gender relationships, just because he sees it not being confined by the rules and regulations of the society, but rather instructed and energized by the kind of love that people have for each other.
Jesus just went around restoring people to community, and we're throwing people out of community. And that doesn't seem like the gospel to me.